Hello and welcome back to the Reading Umbrella. In my last video, I showed you how I do a letter sound drill. While that was mostly visual and auditory in nature, in this video and the next, I'll show you some kinesthetic and tactile activities that you can use to teach letter sound association. This video is divided into two parts. Why is letter sound association so important? According to researchers at Stanford University, beginning readers who focus on letter-sound relationships, in contrast to memorizing whole words, increase activity in the areas of their brain most wired for reading. You can find the link to this research in the description section of this video. I have personally worked with a student in 3rd grade who could barely write his name. Intensive work on letters and sounds helped him tremendously to become a better reader and speller. So here are some activities that I have used and found them to be very effective while working with my students. The first fun way to teach letter sound association is using PlayDoh. Adults and kids enjoy working with PlayDoh. I often find myself enjoying PlayDoh as much as my 1.5-year-old son does. So this is what you would do. You can have sheets that are laminated so that they can be reused, and you can have the student make the letters using PlayDoh on those sheets. You can also give them the option of tracing inside the letter with a marker. Parents, this is a handy resource to have at home as well. You can just lay out some sheets at the dining table as a mat that the child can trace on before or after a meal. The next one is a simple cut and paste activity. So I would give a sheet to the child which has words and pictures on it. My instruction would be cut and paste all the words and pictures that begin with the letter T, sound T. It's very important to constantly reinforce the fact that the letter names and sounds go together. The next one is tactile writing, and students love this. I often get children to write in foam or paint or any kind of sand. At home, you can replicate this using sugar or salt. This is how I do it. You can either hold up a letter. So I hold up this letter and the student says O. The sound it makes is O. And then they trace that in the sand or paint, whatever medium they are working on. The next activity is another tactile one, which involves using beans or shells or buttons. In this, you would give a sheet of paper to the child, have them write the letter, and then put beans or shells or buttons, whatever they choose to work with, along the outline of that letter. You can provide a visual cue if needed in the form of a flashcard or not, depending on the level of the child. Remember to always scale up or down each activity depending on the child that you are working with. Did you know that even adults retain more information when multiple senses are engaged? So imagine the benefits for children. Research shows that working on different tactile surfaces helps make stronger neural connections and helps students retain information better. Another simple activity I use when I'm teaching letter sound association is matching. So you could have a sheet of paper with two columns. The column on the left has some letters and the column on the right has some pictures. The student simply has to match. So they would match the M with the picture of the monkey. You could also do this using cards and turn it into a memory game. So one set of cards would have the letters and another set of cards would have the picture, and you could use these to play the memory game. Thank you for watching this video. You can check out all my videos on my website www.thereadingumbrella.com or on my YouTube channel, The Reading Umbrella. I will continue to share more activities on teaching letter sound association in my next video.